Hey guys, how's it going? I'm more Fatty. Gonna get into my league versus league drives here today. We are on a quest here. We're gonna go on a nice streak of 3+ scores. We're gonna get streaking with 24s, putting 24s up. For a good amount of time here. So I'm gonna be playing this guy Justin. Gonna scout his defense real quick. My offensive coaches are in: Andy Reid and Jason Garrett. So let's take a look. He does have a fairly fast middle linebacker. Fairly fast linebackers, but bad awareness and coverage stats. But his linebackers all do have speed. Defensive end, pretty slow defensive end. He does have Gronk. But overall, nothing really to be too worried about. He does have some speed, but his players have bad awareness, bad play rec. So yeah, I did update my play calling script. I do have it handy here, so I am going to refer to that throughout the drives. Hopefully I shouldn't have to use it too much. And yeah, we're looking here to, put in a good 3 drives, 3 scores, hopefully 24. So first play of the first series from the right hash. I'm going with spread slot flags. He does not have that counter. The counter is a dime. I'm reading the left side of the field here. It's either going to go to Moss or Landry, depending on the coverage. It's man coverage. Landry's wide open. I love that route. Wide receiver 1, if he gets man coverage, wide receiver 2, if he gets man coverage, they can pretty much never cover that route, so that's ideal. Next play I'm going to test here from the left hash. I do always test for 2 long passes in the first series. Is going to be halfback option. He also does not have that counter. Counter is a nickel. I'm going to be reading mainly Falk and Gronk. If it's zone, I'm going to get it to Gronk, and if it's man, I'm going to hit Falk on the out route. And it is zone. Able to get it up to Gronk, and we should be able to get in here for the score. Perfect. So what we've done here on this first drive is we found 2 open long pass plays. What we'll do here on the second drive is after I get this in, perfect. What I'll do here on the second drive is test for spread slot flags again to make sure he's not live countering, and then start testing for play action and run plays. I don't think he has time. He definitely probably didn't have time to live counter. We'll go ahead here and they'll kick off with spread slot flags again just to double check and make sure. Would be interesting to know what his kicker's kick power is. He's kicking it to the 5. I think that's a pretty good place for me to be fielding the kickoff. So he's not live countering, and again, I'm going to read Moss and Landry here and read the coverage and either go to one of the 2. So there, Moss was pretty open. He didn't end up catching the ball. That's really no big deal. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to call a short pass. I'm going to flip empty trip shell across and get it to Falk coming across the field. Dime is a counter for this. Possible he has it countered. The favorable matchup here is I have Falk on a safety. He should be able to burn him as long as it's man. It is man coverage. And Falk's able to burn him, and we pick up the first down there. So I'm gonna test for a play action play. I'm gonna test for trips tight end play action deep attack. He does not have this counter. Counter for it's a dime. And we do have Dez wide open there. And we pick that up. So I'm gonna go ahead here and start testing run plays. Trips tight end halfback counter. He also does not have this countered. The nickel is the counter for that. So second and short, my favorite plays to use on second and third and short are play action. So we're going to go ahead and flip play action slide. he does not have this countered as well. And then I'm going to go ahead here and test for weak eye double counter. Does not have that countered. Oof, could have almost broke that. That's fine. And then I'm going to test for bunch halfback dive. He also doesn't have this countered. So game plan's pretty wide open. And let's see here. We're going to go with play action. I'm going to go with play action deep attack again. And I'm flipping it this time to get it to the long side of the field. And we're able to get it in there. No one was really open. The other option there is to scramble. Most of the time you'll be open. So that's fine there. Able to get it in, and we're going to go ahead here and go for this 24. He's probably not live countering. We will test spread slot flags again, and then, you know, we'll attack here. And now that I know these run plays are open, what I'm going to do is, assuming he's not live countering, I'm going to be mainly calling short passes on first down, and then second and medium, second and long, I'm going to be using those run plays that I've tested for. All right, so we know he's not live countering. This looks like it's going to be a blitz. This is an easy pre-snap read to make. The pre-snap read I'm making here is that the free safety here has come down and to press up against Moss, which tells us that it's man coverage. And also tells us that it's a blitz because usually the safety is not going to be playing man. Usually the linebacker is going to be playing man on Moss in this formation. It's a 4-3. So it's likely going to be a blitz, and I'm just going to read the left side of the field. I'm actually going to scramble to the left away from the blitz, and either I'm going to scramble for some yardage or I'm going to give Moss a quick look. If he's able to burn his man, I'll throw it to him. But other than that, I'm just going to scramble. It is a blitz. I can't get out there. You know, they had me contained, but it's no big deal. We do have some good runs open here on second down. And the nickel's a counter for this, so it's possible he has it countered. I think he did counter that, but we were able to get yardage. He didn't counter that. Okay. So, yeah, now we're going to start, you know, hitting up the short pass. I'm going to go with spread fly drag here. Flipped. Then I'm going to call empty shell across here, across the other side. And we have a linebacker matched up on Falk. And then I'm going to go ahead and go with trip strong flood here. Let's go with the run here on first down. I'm going to call weak eye double counter. 3-4 is a counter for this. That was definitely countered. Okay. No big deal, actually. We can actually go to another run. And nickel's a counter for this, so. But I don't think that was countered. And now we're at 3rd and 2 here. I'm going to call play action. And somehow his linebackers read that surprisingly well. That's the last time I'm going to call play action on 3rd and short. Yep, not going to do that again. You know, I've practiced play action a lot, and I've practiced play action a lot in league versus league. Or sorry, both league versus league and head-to-head, and that's never happened on 3rd and short. Even on all Madden, that doesn't happen. I shouldn't have even risked that. That's pretty frustrating. So now I'm going to have to convert a 4th down. And I got to go with the play that I know is open. What's frustrating about this is that I would love to call trips tight end wide receiver corner here. But I'm just going to go with trips tight end wide receiver corner. And he doesn't have a counter. The counter is a nickel. So I'm going to be reading Gronk or Falk here and just throw to the open man and pick up the first down. And Gronk's wide open. Perfect. Able to convert the fourth down. I'm pretty upset that I got sacked there on that 3rd and short on play action. That's really frustrating. You would think that the AI would have like no chance of sacking me because that's a simple run down, 3rd and short. But we have to convert a fourth down. I did take a little bit of a risk because I called a play on fourth down that I hadn't tested for. But the thing is that trips tight end wide receiver corner. So there's 3 pass plays in the game that have the most broken counterplay in the game. And those 3 pass plays are halfback option, motion cross, and trips tight end wide receiver corner. They all have the same counterplay being 9 Velcro. What 9 Velcro is the defense drops 9 men into coverage. And it's a very easy counter to break if it's not critically countered. I knew that even if he did have trips tight end wide receiver corner countered, as long as it wasn't critically countered, I could still roll out and get it to Gronk. Gronk does eventually get open against 9 Velcro. As long as you call it from the left hash, he has enough space there to get open, and he eventually finds a hole in the zone. So I knew even if it was countered, I could break the counter pretty easily. But the thing that I'm never doing again, which is frustrating because I've tested this in head-to-head on all Madden, and I've also done it in League versus League a decent amount of times successfully, is I will never again call play action on 3rd and short. Never again. That's bogus that, like, his defenders read the play that well because, you would think, like, 3rd and short, 2nd and short is such run-heavy downs that the AI should be completely faked out when you do play action. And most of the time this year, that's been the case, but it wasn't there. And that's actually like pisses me off that I even got myself into a situation like that. I definitely shouldn't have. So I am not going to do that again. From now on 2nd and short, I'm going to call play action. I am not calling play action anymore on 3rd downs. I'm just not going to do it. Even against a weak team like this, they still somehow managed to sniff it out and sack me. I did notice, though, that it was a Team of the Week player. Those guys seem like overpowered for their ratings. I have noticed that. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. There's another 24 in the books for us, and we're off rolling. We're going to keep 24 after 24 after 24. You'll see it's going to be repetitive, and I'm just going to pound the ball most of the time. But after I test for those 2 run plays, I'm just going to friggin' short passes. There's no way they can contain it. The out routes, the drag routes. The out routes and the drag routes in the passing game are most of the time unstoppable, especially in All-Pro. And then, those key run plays. So, yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching, and any feedback greatly appreciated.